Welcome to an unusual Dyson Fury lineup today. We are playing Lamplighters versus Falconers, and when I say we, I mean I'm playing. Looks at school. Hard to get them on the channel this weather because school, more school, homework, and football. So Lamplighters cards are on Discord. So interesting. A lot of work's gone into them. Appreciate all the work that the guys are doing so far. If you're not in the Guild Ball community on Discord, you should check it out and see what work's going on. Obviously there's no models and there's no graphics as yet, but the cards are there, so I'm just using proxies at the minute, so I'll just go through the lineup. We have Nightlight, which is Sama model, and he's the captain. Suit, which is the Dirge model, and the mascot obviously. Heat, which is Cosset. There's Beacon, which is Pinepot. Wick, which is Stoker. And Phosphor, which is Fet Hemlock. Then the Falconers team is just the box 6, which is Icarus, Frelsey, Divana, Matagi, Rundas, and Minerva. Just move the camera so you can see. And the two spiderlings, which let's see if I can get that in focus. There's two of them on the pitch with the burning condition. I'm using them as the lamp markers. So the lamp markers is the guild rule for the Lamplighters if you haven't seen it as yet. I will just go through that in 1 wee second. Okay, so the guild rule for the Lamplighters guild is the lamp markers. Lamp markers have a 30mm base. A player may have up to 3 friendly lamp markers on the pitch at once. When placing lamp markers at any time, the new lamp markers must not be within the deployment zones and not within 2 inches of any piece of terrain or other lamp markers. Pre-game, after positioning the goalposts, place 2 lamp markers anywhere on the pitch. Friendly model street lamp markers as models in terms of any effect or ability that reference the burning condition. Lamp markers start the game suffering the burning condition. During the end phase, lamp markers suffer the burning condition. Lamp markers are hit automatically by character plays and traits that cause the burning condition. And also, the Alchemist players that may play for the Lamplighters are Vitriol and Mercury. But obviously, we all know what Vitriol and Mercury do, so we're just using the 6 that you would get if, hopefully, when a box came out, once they're all done and legals all sorted and things like that. So, I've already went ahead and kicked off. What it did is whoever won the roll-off kicked. So Falconers won the roll-off and they kicked, and I think that might be better for the Lamplighters. I think there might be more of a goal threat, maybe more of a 2-2 team rather than a 1-4. But we'll see how it goes, and everybody will obviously have their own opinion. We'll just get started. So I've already allocated influence. We have Phosphor has 1. I'll just move the camera down so you can see. So there's Phosphor, which is Hemlock. Wick has 4. Beacon has 1. Nightlight has 5, Soot has none, and Heat has 2. So they're a 13 influence squad. For the Falconers, I have put 6 on Divana, 1 on Matagi, 3 on Rundas, 1 on Minerva, 1 on Frelsey, and 1 on Icarus. As you can see, I've already placed the 2 markers just inside the Falconers half. And as you've seen, Divana she's went up there and she kicked the ball and okay scatter over there into the corner. Okay, so it's going to be slightly different. I'm not doing clock or anything silly like that, so I'm just going to be pausing, moving, and coming back to the game. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so Phosphor went first. Phosphor has a 6-8 move. However, Phosphor has early bird, which means if this model is the first friendly model to activate this turn, it gains +1/+1 move and +1 attack during its activation. So because I moved Phosphor first, she's 7-9. So she was able to get the ball, which is 5, and move another 2. She then has a 3-6 kick, so spend the 1 influence to pass the ball to her captain, Nightlight. Let's see if we can get that. Yeah, loves it. So the ball is with that, and I will bank that 1 momentum. And she will stay where she is. She is within an inch of cover, and it's over to the Falconers. So Matagi's going to go for the Falconers. He has went up 6. He is just in 6 inches of Phosphor, so he can do his Hawkeye. Not what it's called, not yet. Okay, so it's only 4 dice because she's in cover. So 4 dice. Phosphor stats are, phosphor is a 4-1. So let's see what I can get. I get 1 hit after armor. So I will do the 1 damage just to put bleed then onto phosphor. And the taggy has 1, so there's a bleed going on the phosphor, and with his 1 he is going to throw down a harrier, and I will just put it quite centrally there. Okay, and then it's back over to the Lamplighters. Next for the Lamplighters, Soot, who's a 6/8 move, has went up 6 inches. Soot can, once per turn, during this model's activation, it can remove the burning condition from a model within 4 inches. If it does, this model may use a character play once during its activation without spending influence. So Soot is going to remove the burning condition from this lamp. So I'll just remove that. And then Divana is within 6 inches. Yep. Let's see, my tag is just out. So going to try and get an I Spy on 2 Divana. So 2 dice needing a 4. Moving the rough terrain. Misses. So that was a bit useless, but she's stuck where she is, and then it's back over to the Falconers. For the Falconers, Rundas went. He shadow-liked his 2 inches, then went about 5.5, so he's within range of 6 of Phosphor, who's the Hemlock model. He has 3 influence on him. He's going to spend 1 to put down a Harrier. Which, let's see, he may as well, he's going to put it there so it's just clipping Phosphor, but maybe still in range if required later on, and then he is going to spend the other 2 to try and hit Phosphor with a dirty knife. So let's say Phosphor is a 4-1, so 2 dice needing a 4. And get Snake Eyes, double 1. So it's good the way my dice suck, but at least they suck for both teams. So it's back to the Lamplighters for their turn. So Lamplighters captain Nightlight will go. He has the ball, so he is just going to. He has 5 influence. Looking there, I think it maybe misallocated influence, but sure, you always do that maybe in your first few games with it. A new guild. So he is going to pass the ball. So he has a 3-8 kick. So he's 3 dice needing a 3. He's passing it to Beacon. 1 just about gets it. So ball's now on Beacon. And 2 momentum. He is then, don't want to go too close to Divana, so he'll just walk to there. He has a 6/8 move, so I'll just go up there. He's going to spend 1. He has Smoke Cloud, which is a cover, so he is going to put down a cover. He may as well put himself and Soot in the cover, and he is going to spend 2 to put That Light Ain't Right. And what it is an 8-inch pulse. 1 friendly lamp marker within this pulse may be removed from the pitch. Place a lamp marker within this pulse on the pitch. So you may remove 1, or you may place an additional 1. So I'm going to place an additional 1 just about there within 8 inches, and of course that there will it doesn't exactly say, but I would imagine when you place the lamp marker that it is burning. I'm not 100% sure on that, but for this, I'm going to say that it would be burning. And Maybe it's not, but sure, we'll soon find out. So there's one influence that's just going to go to waste because it costs 2 to see how it's doing, which is other character play. I don't think that's going to be necessary this turn. Okay, and then it's back to the Falconers. Icarus went, he had 1 influence on him, so he just went from there to there. He would have used taking flight to get an additional jog, so a jog of 5 and another 5. And then we are back again to the Lamplighters. I'm not sure if I pointed out already, but all of the Lamplighters have 2-inch melees. Maybe it's because they all have big sticks to touch the lamps, but just to point that out, apart from the mascot, which is 1-inch melee. So next up is going to be Beacon, who has the ball. He has a 3-6 kick, and he has going to just spend his 1 influence to pass that ball to Wick. So 3 dice needing a 3, gets it. Just bank that momentum. He then has a 5-inch walk, so he will just mosey on round, just to stand slightly in front of the captain, but also in cover. And then it's back to the Falconers. Frelsey had 1 influence, so just use that 1 influence to fly 9 and finish right there on the halfway line. Obviously that's about 8 inches, so just slightly shy. And we're back to the Lamplighters again. For the Lamplighters, Heat is going to go. Heat, which is Cosset at the minute, is a 6-8 move. So she is going to go 6 inches to where I've got this wee marker there. So she will also be in cover. So it's 4 of them in cover. Just move that there. It's a wee bit off, but I know that the 4 of them are in cover. She has 2 influence. Her character trait on the back is once per turn during this model's activation, it may remove the burning or poison condition from another model within 4 inches. If it does, until the end of this model's character play, until the end of its turn, this model's character play causes burning condition, in addition to the other effects. So she has Law Barrel, which we all know from Stave and the Brewers. So this is what I wasn't sure about this here coming home, the Nightlights character play, whether that has burning or not. You know, it's 2, so you'd imagine it would, but I'm not 100% sure. So she's going to take the burning off that, and she's going to spend her 2 influence, and she is going to try and do a Law Barrel, placing it there. We all know a Law Barrel is a 3-inch push directly away from the centre, knockdown and burning. So if this hits, it'll be pretty good for the Lamplighters, pretty weak for Falconers. Okay, so we'll do Frelsey first. So Frelsey is a 4, so 2 dice needing a 4, and hits. So Frelsey will be knocked down, burning, and a 3-inch push away. Divana is also a 4, 2 dice needing a 4, and also hits. So the 2 of them are going to get pushed away, directly away, knocked down and burning. And that will be her turn, and then it'll be over to the Falconers. Falconers was pretty simple. Game Minerva just went up her 5 inches, and she spent her 1 to drop a harvest marker. Harvest marker, a Harrier. I apologise if I've been calling these harvest markers all so far through the game. A Harrier, and then it's over to the Lamplighters to activate last, and they are going to activate with Wick. Okay, so Wick has a 6-8 move, so sprinted 8 for 1 right up to the halfway line with the ball. Wick then has Towards the Light, which is choose a lamp marker within 2 inches. You may place this model in base contact with the lamp marker. So that's why I had placed these here originally during the start of the match, just to be within the 2 inches. So he then can then place base contact. He will fall, so I'm not going to set him there just yet, but that's where he'll be. So that costs 1. He then has 2 left, So as you can see, he is now within his 8-inch kick, which is a 3/8. However, he is in Minerva's, so he would be a 2/8 kick instead of a 3/8 kick. So he is going to buy one attack onto Matagi. So he's a 4-attack kick. May as well, so because I have the extra. So he's 3 dice because he's 4 normal, needing 5s. Not probably likely to get anything, but we'll see. Stranger things happen. And I get 1, which is either a non-momentous 1 or a momentous tackle. So I'll just put 1 damage onto Matagi. But what he does have is he has kick its light sight. And it's once per turn, this model's activation, it may remove the burning condition from another model within 4 inches. If it does, this model may use bonus time without spending MP during this activation. Okay, so he's back up. He'll take the burning off this, and then he's back up to a 3 momentum already, so that's down to 2 momentum. So he's back up to 3 dice, needing a 4 to get 4 points on the board. Gets it with 1 6 and 2 1s. So 4 points to the Lamplighters. Let's see, there we go, 4 points to the Lamplighters. Now, he is unfortunately stuck in a Harrier. So, and that puts me back up to 3 momentum, unless I choose to dodge. He does have Daybreak. While within 2 inches of a friendly lamp marker, this model gains unpredictable movement. So it may be worth my while dodging out of there. So that's where it would be. So I'll mark 4 inches from there. But so if I went there, I would still be within 2 inches of that lamp marker, and that would put me back down to 2 momentum, but 4 points on the board. Okay, and that's it. It's over to the Falconers to kick off, and then Divana is select activation of this turn. I imagine with three Harriers out, she might do some damage. Right, so just to go back one wee bit there, after Wick scores, Wick has Searing Shot. So whenever this model scores a goal, you may choose an enemy model within 6 inches. That model suffers the effect of the blind character play, which we all know from Pet Hemlock. It's -2 attack, -2 kick, and -2 to move, which is really a bit Wick. But so obviously it's any model, so Divana's there, only 1 left to activate, so Wick then put blind onto Divana. So Divana is down to a 3-inch move. So obviously if the Harriers weren't on the board and you were playing somebody else, the blind plus unpredictable movement of Wick could seriously hamper your day. But let's see. I measured 6 inches to that Harrier, so she's a 3-inch move. So she is going to spend the 1 momentum that I have from kickoff to remove the conditions, which is the burning and the knockdown. Going to go there, and with the 6, it will be move 3 Harriers, which them 3, and then 3 attacks into Wick. So I'm just going to move all 3 Harriers now. Move that ruler. Move that. Oh, sorry, my target. Geez, there's Frelsey getting whacked. There we go. So 1 Harrier, 1 attack. So she's 5 basic because she's blind. She's down to 3, plus the 5 from Death from what's it called again? Death from Above, plus 5 attack. So she's 8 basic. So let's go with the first roll. Just gonna move the camera around so hopefully we can see what I'm getting in my damage rolls. So if if I just grab, so there's the card to start marking damage. Hopefully it's effective. So 8 dice. Wick is a 5 and 0 with 12 health boxes. Let's see, what do we get in the first one? Oh, that's good. So there's 4. So 4 for Divana is a momentous 3, because you're in a Harrier, goes up to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Move the other Harrier by another attack. That's from above. 8 dice again. 5 to 0. Not as good this time, only the 2. And that would be a momentous 2 up to 3. 2 momentum. And then the last, move the Harrier and move that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't really want to bonus time it because they have 2 momentum and the Falconers have 2 momentum. Let's see, what do we get? We get the 3 just again, which is just another momentous 2 up to 3. And that leaves Wick alive on 2 health. So that's end of the turn. And we'll do condition damage and move anything else that should be off the pitch. Also, starting the 3 lamp markers will all be burning again. And I should have pointed out that after Wick scored, the ball was kicked off, and I kicked it off here, hoping that Icarus could get it. So it's over there. Not brilliant kick out. You'll have to go backwards to retrieve it, but it's pretty much far enough away from any of the Lamplighters. So condition damage. Frailty was burning, so took 1 damage, and Phosphor had bleed, so took 3 damage. As for cards, Falconers didn't really have many high cards, so it's awkward when you're playing yourself. Pick what cards. Just trying to do what I would do in that situation. You know, not trying to think what the other person's playing, but obviously if you wanted to really go first, you play your highest. But as I say, Falconers cards weren't great. The cards for the Lamplighters slightly better, but again, the +7 is the enemy dodge, which is a 2-inch dodge, which I don't really like. Them ones, and they also had the other 6, which is a +2/+2 move, which is great to give yourself +2/+2 move. But the last thing you would want if you were playing the Falconers is to give Icarus another +2/+2 move. So Lamplighters went for play to the crowd, which is friendly models may spend 1 less MP to make a snapshot. So they have 8, and sidestep, which is only +4. Which is 1 to 3 friendly models to make a 2-inch dodge. My thinking for that was I would obviously dodge Icarus. Unfortunately, the ball's out of 3 inches just away, but he'd be 2 inches closer to the ball. Unfortunately, they might be able to dodge somebody 2 inches closer, but we'll do the dodges and we'll get back to you. So it'll be the Lamplighters to go first then, but don't think, if I was a Falconers player, I don't think I would mind too much because the ball is pretty far away for anyone to be able to get to it. Okay, and I'll just have to put burning back onto the lamp lights again. Okay, so quite a bit of thinking there. Not sure what to do. So in terms of the 2-inch dodges, I dodged Beacon 2 inches further this way, and I've dodged sorry, I've forgotten his name. Nightlight 2 inches this way. I dodged Icarus that way, and I dodged Minerva just so she's now in 2-inch melee with Wick. I've also allocated influence, and there's 2 going on to Phosphor, 4 going on to Beacon, 2 going on to Heat, the full stack on the Captain, nothing on the Mascot. But he can, as it's done before, he can pull that off and do a free I Spy. Rondas has got 4, I put nothing on Matagi, 2 on Minerva, 6 on Divana, nothing on Frelsey, and 2 on Icarus. So I'm going to go with Nightlight first, the Captain. And first thing he is going to do is he's going to declare his legendary. So all friendly lamp markers suffer the burning condition, which they were anyway at the start of the turn. Enemy models within 3 inches of the lamp markers take 2 condition damage and suffer the burning condition. Until the end of the turn, while within 1 inch of a friendly lamp marker, friendly models gain cover. Models gain cover. Okay, so if he does his, see how it's done, friendly models in this aura skilled with shadow and hidden damage, which are skilled with shadow is while attacking an enemy model that benefits from cover, this model gains +2 attack for the duration of the attack, and hidden damage, this model receives +1 damage on playbook damage results against models in cover. So if he does that, then all these would regard as cover for all models. So all his guys, as long as he takes off that character trait, that would be in play. But that's not what I plan to do. Instead, he is going to charge Icarus. Basically, the theory is that Icarus can get the ball and probably go and score a goal. So if Nightlight ties him up with his 2-inch melee, he will struggle. So Nightlight has a 2-inch melee, so he has 6 on him. So 2 for the charge. Charge the full 8 to there. Staying out of an inch of Icarus. So therefore he would have to move if he wants to do anything. And as all the Falconer models are burning, I am not going to declare defensive or counter. Well, I can't counter anyway. So he is attack basic of 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 for the charge. So let's see how this goes. Icarus is a 4-1 model, so that's pretty good. So there are 2 misses, and we have 1 armor. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits, which is 1, 2, 3. He's a playbook along of 5, so he has a momentous 3 wrapped to the momentous. Yeah, I'll take the momentous 1. So 4 damage already to Icarus, puts him down to 9. And that gives 2 momentum to him. Let's see. Unfortunately, I wasn't clever enough. You see, even playing on your own, you still forget. I wasn't in range to do an encourage on Wick, which was a bit silly of me. So, what he's going to do is he's going to spend 1 to put down cover, and he'll put the cover there. So him and Icarus are in cover. So he gets +2 dice, but because Icarus is in cover, he only gets +1 dice. So maybe it should be +3 dice because you lose the 1 for cover. So instead of attack basic of 5, he's attack basic of 6, but because he has what's called hidden damage, he gets +1 damage on his rolls. Okay, so let's see. So 2 for the charge, 1 for the cover, 1 for this attack, 4s and 1. Oh dear, not so good. 1 hit, which will be a momentous 1 up to 2. 2 more attacks left. That's a wee bit better, so that's 2. On 2 you have the gill ball, which result which that light ain't right, which is the 8-inch pulse of, but I don't really see the point of moving them too far away from my guy, so I'm just going to take the momentous 1 up to 2, and then I have 1 last dig. So in terms of momentum, I have 2 for the charge, 3, 4 so far. Just make sure I remember. And my last attack, 4s and 1. Oh, that's good. That's a miss, and that's armor, so that's 4. I think so. Can I either take the momentous 2 up to 3, which would leave him on 2 health, or knock him down? I'll take the momentous 2 up to 3 just to be annoying. Because I don't think he's going to be able to get too far with him standing there, and that puts him on 5 momentum. And as I say, if I had been sensible enough, I would have left him within 8 inches of wick to at least spend 2 of them to heal for 4, but I didn't. So it's over to the Falconers now for their turn. Okay, so the Falconers have decided Rundas is shadow-liked, and then he has moved his 4 inches because he's burning, and he's went to in cover, and he's going to spend 1 of the 4 to declare an attack onto onto Phosphor. Phosphor is a 4/1, is in cover, so Rundas is a basic 6. However, Love Creature was popped, so staying at 6. Definitely going to declare a counter just in case. Would hit me back down to 4 momentum for the Lamplighters, and let's see what we can get. For Rundas is it first attack, 4's 1, and we get 2 after the 1 armor, which is a momentous 2 and a momentous 2 and a push. So push her that way in the base and out of the cover. So just do the momentous 2. That puts Phosphor down to 8. Can't see me killing. So Phosphor is attack 5. Rundas is in cover, so 4 dice on 3s and 1. See what we can get. And we get 2 again after armor, which is, it's either a 1-inch dodge, which is, well, yeah, take the non-momentous dodge, and then you go back into cover, because Tough Hide would take the 2 down to 1. So there you go, pretty much back to where you started from. Rundas will buy another attack. That was momentous. 2, 4, 6 on 4s and 1 again. Looking for a really big spike. Not getting it. Just getting the 2 again after armor. So it's another momentous 2. Again though, it's another push. So again, I'm just gonna bring it back out again out of the cover and mark the 2 damage on the card. Still 6 to go. 2 more attacks. 1, 2 plus 1 dice. I may as well bonus time this one just for a laugh and see what happens on 4s and 1. There's a miss, and there's a miss, and there's a miss, and that's an armor, so that's a 4 hits. So that'll be a momentous 3 with a push dodge. May as well dodge just a wee bit further back and bring you that wee bit closer to me. Keep you out of the cover, just there. And then last the subs momentum, so I'll bonus time this again, so that leaves me still with the 6 basic Love Creature, needing 4 hits after armor to kill Phosphor. Come on, Rundas. 4s and 1. I don't think so. Oh yeah, after armor, 4 hits, which is a momentous 3 push dodge. So that kills Phosphor. Takes 2 influence off. Gives me 2 momentum. Spend 1 of them straight away. Just to remove the burning from me, because I don't like that. And I've still got that wee dodge, which I will. Let's go back a wee bit further. I don't think it makes much difference. Like Bacon, if he wants to come and hit me, he can come and hit me. With a stack of 4 on him. But yeah. And then that puts Falconers on 2 points. And then it's back over to the Lamplighters. So we're going to go with Heat, who is going to, I'm using a Harrier, but she's going to do a log barrel. She's not going to take the burning off that because the two that it will hit are already burning. So position it there. So if it hits the van, I'll go back that way. Now, the only thing is, Minerva would, she can't finish on top of that, so she'll just actually stay where she is and hit the lamplight if it hits. So Heat has 2, so let's do the low barrel on the Vanna first. 2 dice needing a 4. So can you see if we get it or not? And it's successful. And on Minerva is also a 4. 2 dice needing a 4, and it misses. So 1 out of 2 isn't bad. So do that. So would have been probably better. So she'll get pushed 3 inches further back. Still burning, but now she has a jolly old knockdown. Heat then has a 6-inch move. So that would be 2, 4, 6 round to there. Staying in cover, staying out of an inch of Rundas, but with her 2-inch melee, she's offering that additional crowd out for probably when you would imagine Beacon is then got to go in and seeing what damage he can do. And it's back over to the Falconers. So this will be straightforward enough. Matagi's just going to do his free attack, his free Hawkeye on Wick, who's within 6 inches, doesn't even need to move. He's 5 attack normally. Minerva is there, so there's 6 dice on 5s. Wick is still just alive on 2 health, so 2 5s and he'll be dead. And I get 2 5s. God, that was a bit lucky because everything else was 3 1s and a 4. Okay, so that is Wick off the table. And that's a momentum and a momentum for the kill. Puts me on 5, and then he is burning, so he will spend one of them to clear his burning. And he's just going to go back into cover. And that would be him done. And then it's back over to the Lamplighters. And again, I forgot Love Creature on that attack, but it didn't really matter because it happened anyway. So the next one that's going to go is going to be Soot the Bird. Once I find the card, who has 6 inches of move and has flying. And she then wants to be within 4 inches of that and within 6 inches of Rundas. As you can imagine what's going to happen, she's going to fly to there, take the burning off that, and then try and get an I Spy. 2 dice, needing a 3 on Rundas. Gets a 6 and a 1. There we go. So I don't have an I Spy token because I don't have my navigators out, so I'm just going to put this wee dice with 2 on it, so I know that it's an extra 2 dice what's attacking that model. And there we go, it's back to the Falconers. Okay, so we're back. So with Wick dying, Wick would have been in Minerva's Nocturnal Hunting 6-inch aura. So just going to take then, because it's 6 inches from her, I'm going to take the knockdown and the burning conditions off Vanna. So Minerva's still burning, and Nirvana, it's going to be Minerva to go. She is just out of 2 inches of Soot, so she's just going to walk around. So remember that she's in cover because of the lamp. She is still burning. She has 2 on her. She is going to spend 1 to hit Beacon. Beacon is obviously going to counter, as you would. Now Love Creature is up, so she is attack 5 plus 1 for Love Creature, so 6 dice on 3s and 1 for Beacon. So let's see what we get. We get, I should really have the camera so you can see these rolls. Not sure if that's any better. No, it's not. So there is 1 armor and 3 hits. So obviously, because she's countered, I'm going to take the momentous knockdown. That momentum generated, I am just going to clear that, my own burning. I'm going to hit 1 more time, so 2s and 1. Okay. That's everything. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 after the armor. All I want actually is a momentous Harrier, because unfortunately Divana is there, and I'm not really sure what she's going to be able to do, because you would imagine that the next move for them is going to be Beacon. However, Minerva's now trying to tie him up. So anyway, so going to place it about there and see what happens. So whatever, and now it's back over to the Lamplighters to see what they can do. So Beacon is going to go. He's going to spend one of the 3 momentum they have, take down to 2 to clear his knockdown. He's going to buy an attack on Minerva. Now he has a single dodge on 1, but just in case, because of 5 momentum on the Falconers side, I'm going to spend 1, take it down to 4 to counter. Because if it fluffs bad. So Minerva is 4-0, and we'll see what we can get with 5 dice, basically 6, but because of that cover rule, maybe it should just be enemy models, or friendly models, sorry, getting the cover. And I get 3, so that should be enough. Yeah, so may as well take the momentous 2 and a push. So that puts me on 3 momentum, and push her out of engagement to there. Just making sure that's out 2. And then he's going to walk over to Rundas, because Rundas is, even though Rundas is tough hide, he's got a wee crowd out, and he does have I Spy on him. So he can just walk over. Oh, knocks it off, I think. Within 2 inches. So 3 left. Oh, I forgot to mention that Beacon has Searing Strike. So models damaged by this model suffer -1 armor and the burning condition. You just love the burning condition. However, Minerva doesn't have any armor, so that's pointless there. But Rundas does, so we'll buy an attack on Rundas. So he has 6 basic, -1 for cover, +1 for heat, and +2 for I Spy on 3s and 1 on Rundas. Let's see, can you see the dice tray? Just about. Let's see, we'll count that. Why wouldn't you? So only 1 miss and the 1 armor. So that puts 6 hits into Rundas. So we'll take the 3, 4, 5, 6. He has a 6-long playbook, so we'll take 4 damage, non-momentous, which goes down to 3 because Rundas has tough hide. 1, 2, 3, leaves Rundas on 8. He's now burning, and he now has no armor. So put that wee bad boy on, and Beacon will buy another attack. So 5 plus 6 minus 1 plus 1 plus the 2 on 3's a no this time because of the armor's gone. Oh, that's not too good. That's 4 misses, so 4 hits. It's not so good because they're already burning. Don't want to do a mow down because that would just knock down soot and heat. And enemy models, he has light the path, which is a 3-inch pulse. Enemy models within this pulse serve for the burning, but Minerva's already burning, and so is Rundas. So on the 4 results, I may as well take I'll take a Momentous 2. So obviously, if I had Nightlight within, the Momentous 2 would have went up to Momentous 3. So unfortunately, the Momentous 2 goes down to 1 because of the tough hide. So let's see, 1 attack on Minerva, 2 attacks on Rundas, and last attack on Rundas. Wasn't such a great roll, that one. So 3's no. Oh dear. Good grief. 2 results. I'm just going to take the non-momentous knockdown. And that'll put him on his bum. But then he's minus 1 armor, burning and knockdown, so he isn't going too far anytime soon. And it's back over to the Falconers. Okay, Falconers is pretty standard. Take one of the 4 momentum, puts me down to 3 to clear the birds. Knockdown and burning. And the bird is just going to come over there and say hello to the Nightlife, the captain on their team. And it's still back to the Falconers because they're minus the 2 players, unfortunately. So have a wee think what to do, and only Divana and Icarus left to go. So Icarus for the Falconers is going to go. If I had 3 on him, I probably would have went with Divana first. Would have went and tried to, could have got the goal, but too far away for the goal. So just move that little creature back over there. Icarus is, as you can see, I've already mapped this site. He's got 2 on him, so he's going to go around there, snap on the ball, finish around this side, staying within an inch of Nightlife. So that was 6 inches, so that'll cost 1. And then with the other one, he's just going to stick down higher, and he'll stick it right there and where he is. And then it's over to Divana to go. So I think basically what we'll just do is pause 2 seconds and have another wee think. Divana has 5 influence on her there, so she's going to do some damage, I imagine, to Nightlife. Okay, so I reckon this is going to sting a wee bit. So maybe not the best time to use Legendary, but it's 4 all, and there's a good chance that I can do a lot of damage to the captain here and then set up Icarus for a turn. The momentum is 3 to 4. Hopefully generate some momentum. So I'm going to do, Divana's going to declare Legendary. It'll only be 3 damage and snared straight away to Nightlife. She's then going to do, she'll use this Harrier. She doesn't actually need to move it because he's already in it. So she'll buy an attack. So I've already calculated this site. She's 5 basic, but she loses 1 for him being in cover. So that's down to 4. I get 2 for Frelsey Assist, and I get 1 for Icarus, and then I get 5 from Death from Above, plus I get 1 for Love Creature. Nightlife, who is usually 4 to 1, is snared, is now 3 to 1. So let's see what happens. Raise the amount of dice. So to be honest, so there's 4 misses, and there's 1 armour, so that still leaves me with a playbook of 5. So 5 wrap for the 3. So I am going to take the momentous knockdown, wrapping to the momentous 2 up to 3. 2 up to 3, so that'll put me on 4 momentum, 5 momentum, 2 momentous results, and he's knocked down. So that'll remove that harrier. So that's let's see, so another 3, that's alive on 10. So I'm not going to be able to kill him, but the plan was if it did kill him, then Icarus wouldn't have anybody to hit to try and get a momentous result to then go and score the goal, because it's 5 momentum versus 4, and 2 momentous results might get me enough. Okay, so spend 1 to move that harrier, and that'll be another death from above, so that'll be that. So there's going to be a couple of momentum wasted. So again, we've got the 4 basic, well 5 down to 4. We have 2 for Felsi, 1 for Love Creature, 1 for Icarus, and 5 for Death from Above. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 13 dice on 2s and 1, because he's now knocked down. Let's see how many ones. There's 4 ones, that's a bit poor. 1 armour, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 3. Same result as last time, so it'll be a momentous 3 to 4, wrapping for the momentous 2 up to 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and he is alive on 3 health, and that puts me up to 7 momentum. 6-sided dice don't have 7. So, and that's it. Then we'll have a wee look at the cards and see where we'll go to from here. There we go. So cards played for the Falconers, mudslide. So choose a piece of rough ground, which is the rough ground just in front of Icarus, is now fast ground, and for the Lamplighters it is gave me 110%. I was going to play the +7 and move, dodge Icarus 2 inches away, and then, what the Falconers would have had to go first, because they would have started. Doesn't matter who they pushed. They might have pushed Divana closer into Nightlife. Then you would have pushed Nightlife 2 inches further away from Icarus. But Icarus can spend 1 to do a jog, and then could still fly off and score. So I sort of thought, well, give me 110%. We'll see what happens. The only issue now is that the Captain Limelight is left on 3 health, which Icarus could do here, if he's lucky, but you never know. So I'll put 4 on Icarus. I have just a 3 on Divana because I think she's a wee bit too far out of the way. I put nothing on Rundas because I'm worried that he's going to die. 3 on Matagi and 3 on Minerva. So there's 4 on Nightlife. I'll just move the camera up so you can sort of see what's going on up here. There's 4 on Wick away over at the side. There's 2 on Heat, 4 on Beacon, and then we have Phosphor coming on there with 2. The reckoning that she came on there would be to kill Icarus. Now, where Icarus is on the pitch, I had both Phosphor and Wick can move 6 inches. So the original plan was to tie up Icarus, but millimeters out of their 2-inch melee. So there might have been a wee bit out of it, and then they would have had Divana over in that corner as well to cope with. She could maybe kill one of them again quite easily. So I just thought, well, you can't do it, so you can't do it, there's no point in it. So the Falconers are obviously going to go first, and I imagine it's going to be Icarus here. He's going to try and bounce off Nightlife and go and score a goal with his 4 influence that he's got on him, and that being fast ground now in front of him. Okay, so back in 1 second. Okay, so I've measured it out, and it's probably not great for Nightlife. So the 4 that I have an Icarus, I can easily then go my 5 and I'm within 8 to shoot. So on the 4, so I'm going to spend 1, and he's going to put down a Harrier, so that'll give him extra 1 attack. He's going to buy an attack, so he's a basic of 4, 1 for Felsley and 1 for being in the Harrier. So 2s and 1s. Now I'm still on Nightlife because he's not been snared. 1 miss, 1 armor is 4. So 1 more attack after this. So I'll take the momentous push dodge and not do anything. Worst case scenario, fluff. 2 momentum. Buy another attack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, I suppose if it killed him, but I reckon I can get it. 2s and 1s, and let's see, yeah, not 1, 1 there, so 1 armor, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so it will be a momentous 2 up to 3 because of the Harrier, so a momentum for that, and then a momentum for the kills, puts me up to 3 momentum. Spend 1 of the momentum straight away, puts me down to 2 to heal myself for 4, puts me up to 6. Puts Falconers then on 6 points. He then just walks to there. I've already got a clear path. Unfortunately, Phosphor didn't block the path. Again, is it bad play? I don't know. I'm going to spend the 2 momentum that I have to do bonus time shots. So it's 4 dice, basic plus bonus time, 5 dice. Needing a 4, and I get 1 4 and 4 2s, but that's enough for a goal, and I will stay there and bank that 1 momentum. Unfortunately now Nightlife is off, and along with him 4 influence. The Harrier will stay there and see what Devanna can do with it, but I don't think she'll be able to do much, and it'll be over to Lamplighters to kick off and see what they can do, but it's not looking too good for them. 10 points to 4. Right. Just looking at some of the designer notes. Also, on the actual cards, to the other side of it that I didn't print off, it has Phosphor and Heat are the 2 crossover models. Quite interesting, which I thought, didn't think it would have been Wick because he relies too much on sort of placing himself beside the lamps, and Beacon maybe is too strong a model, possibly, even though he maybe could be stronger. But anyway, I'm going to go. So the ball was kicked off, it's scattered here. Did want to sort of go, remember if you go with Phosphor first, she gains the additional attack. But I sort of think the only way of trying to get some more points back on the board for these guys is to get the ball over to Wick. But it's tricky, especially when Matagi's ranged attack. So Beacon have set out, if he goes here and snaps the ball, he's engaging both Minerva and Matagi. They're both within the 2-inch melee. Yep, just about, and yep, so he has the ball, so he's got 4 on him, so he is going to spend the 1 momentum I have to buy a bonus time attack onto Minerva. So she's not in cover anymore because that was last turn, so he's basic of 6 plus 1, and she is a 4-0. much easier than trying to hit Matagi, who's in cover and is a 5-0. So let's see what I can get on the dice roll. Let's see, roll, and I get, oh yep, he gets it. Let's see, I'll just get that. So I get 4. Yeah, I get the 4 fours. Well, I get 2 4s, a 5 and a 6, which is perfect, which is what I needed, which is a mowdown, which you'll remember Tater has. So target enemy model suffers knockdown condition. Other models within the melee also get knocked down. So that's both Matagi and Minerva are both on their bum. Okay, it's gonna then buy another attack on 2. Matagi is currently on 9 health and Minerva is on 12. Neither have had that much great damage to them. And that was a momentous result, so I'll make sure to give myself the momentum. So I think I shall go for Minerva, because she's now 3-0. 2, 4, 6 dice on 3-0. 4 again, just. This is where you probably need to be in the aura of Nightlife and get that hidden damage and all that stuff. Where you can put them, if I would have been attacking Matagi, you would have got an extra dice, plus you would have got 1 damage on top of everything, but maybe the 4-inch aura, or maybe they're supposed to be more of a bunker team, but I just don't think they're strong enough to be that style of bunker team, but sure, we all have our own opinion. Anyway, so that'll be a momentous 2 and a push. I'll just leave you where you are and do another momentous 2, so that'll be another momentum. I have 2 left, so by another attack. I'll buy an attack on Matagi this time. No, I'm not. I'll just keep it Minerva. Not really sure. So 4 again. So it's another momentous 2. So leaves Minerva on 8. So I've 1 left. I should have measured this correctly. Yep. So within 6 inches. So he's a 3-6 kick. So I'm going to bonus time it just because I sort of need the ball to go to Wick, because that'll be the only real way of getting any points back on the board. So it's 4 dice. Needing a 4. Yep. Just 2 6s and 2 5s. He is going to then dodge forward 4 inches. So I'm just going to put the ruler there, and then I'm going to work this out, and it'll be then the Falconer's turn. Right, so Wick dodged 4 inches, dodged to where she is now. Just out of 6 inches of Matagi's Hawkeye range. So if Matagi was to then go, he'd have to spend momentum to stand up and move. So that is what Matagi is going to do. He's going to spend the 1 momentum that they have for scoring the goal, and he's going to go. Wants to go. Let's have a look. Yeah. Just going to go into base with Beacon, and he's going to try his ranged attack on to Wick. So he's normally a 5 dice attack, so he's down to 4. Needing 5s, needing 2 5s to get the tackle. If we don't get the tackle, that should be pretty much able to get a goal for Wick, but let's see what can happen. I get 1 5, which isn't really anything special. It is. I'm just going to do 1 damage and bleed, just to put the 1 damage and bleed onto him, just to be annoying. damage back on to. So he's back on his recovery level, which is 6. So he's back down to 5 health already. I suppose at this stage, when it's 8-4, 10-4 to the Falconers, you maybe don't mind then if they just go and score a goal. And then if you're Falconer or if you're Lamplighters, you might just think, well, I'm going to go and score a goal just to try and salvage some sort of something. So I've still got 3. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend 1, and I will put a Harrier down. Put it there, may as well, and then I will buy an attack on Beacon. So 5 dice. In terms of counter, I think they would counter anyway. So 2 momentum, take that down to 1 momentum. Don't forget Wick can take a burning off to generate a bonus time. So back up 5 dice, needing 3s and 1, and I get 2 hits, 3 successes, take away 1 armor. So 2 hits is a momentous 2. Gives me 1 momentum and 2 damage, 2 beacon, and that's the only damage he's taken so far. Puts bleed on him though, which is going to be frustrating. Their counter. So he is 6 basic, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, needing 5. So and get 2. So 2 on Beacon's card is a knockdown. So that's Matagi's go done, because he's already spent to stand up, and I can't do that again. So that was a bit of a pain in the bum for him. So back over to Lamplighters, see if they can go and score a goal and get some credibility back. Okay, so it's set up. So Wick had 4 influence on him. Rundas is still knocked down. So is Minerva, and so is Matagi. So Wick can easily sprint to there. He can use his Towards the Light, choose a lamp marker within 2 inches to be placed in base contact. So he's there. Should still be within 2 of a knockdown Matagi. So, or sorry, not Minerva. So there was 1 to sprint, 1 to get there. Buy an attack on her, why not? So he's attack basic of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Plus he has Beacon still there. So 5, needing 3's no. And then that leaves 1 for the shot. And 1. That's trash. 1 damage, as you would expect for a striker. He has a tackle, momentous tackle on 1 and 1 damage. So it's 1 damage to Minerva, and that will take her down to 2, 4, 6, 7 health. It wasn't even momentous, so what he'll do is he will take it just off the one that he's standing beside, and then that will give him a bonus time shot on goal. So that would be 4 dice, needing a 4, and gets a 4 and 3, 3. So gives them 4 points, and the only problem is now he is alive on 1, 2, 3, 5 health. Minerva has 3 on her there. So it's not looking too good. He could maybe dodge over to that one, but then you've got Divana there with a death from above. So maybe just go that way. Well, you just gonna get into cover. Yeah, I'll go over that way, get in the cover, but unfortunately then I've no momentum. I was trying to give him a momentous results off Minerva there, and then I could have healed for 4, but as Luke always says to me, it's a dice game. So, back over to the Falconers to kick out and see if they can get 2 more points to wrap up the game. It's now 10 points to 8. So a lot of damage, has been done to some of the Falconers here and there, but only bits and bobs. Not enough damage to really trouble them too much. But we'll see what happens now. So we're going to see if we're going to wrap things up in style. So ball scattered, and put it there. Went to a 3 to was it 4 on the 3? So pretty much right to Divana. He only has 3 on her. She's not in, even with a sprint of 8 and a shot of 6. She's not in range to shoot herself. I have 1 momentum. I need 2 points. Could stand up Minerva. Should be -2 dice on Wick. So 3 attack on 5s and 0. Not with 3 attacks. Don't fancy it. So see if we can finish it off with a snapshot. So Divana is snapping the ball, and she is going to walk to there with the ball. She's going to spend 1 to lift that Harrier, place it there on the poor bird, and then she's going to spend 1 to buy a death from above, buy an attack. Sorry, so she's 5 basic and 5 for the attack. So and the bird is 5s and 0. So leaves me 1 for the pass. I have 1 momentum. Just trying to get to be able to bonus time the snapshot. So here we go with the dice, and I get 3 5s. 3 5s is enough. I'll take a momentous 2 up to 3. And the higher then goes. And it gives me 2 momentum. She's then going to spend that to pass the ball to Icarus. 3 dice needing a 3. Let's see if we can get the dice in shot. Okay. And he didn't move from his goal earlier, so we know he's still within the 8 inches. So 3 dice needing a 3 gets it. So that's another, so it's 3 momentum. So spend all 3 momentum for 5 dice. Bonus time shot, needing 2 4s. And if it doesn't go in, it certainly gives the Lamplighters a chance to get back into the game. And I get a 5, 6 and a 4, so that's it. So it's a bit of a weird game playing yourself, I think. But usually if you're playing your opponent, and certainly in Northern Ireland we play our opponents quite regularly, and you pretty much know what they're going to try and do, and it is that sort of game where they're going to kill or they're going to score. So not ideal, but you just wish school would stop giving them homework. My thoughts on Lamplighters is they're nice. Do like them, just not strong enough yet. A lot of things that I didn't even use from some of the cards, certainly on Phosphor, giving burning and putting burning out. Maybe just needs to be a bit more. But that's it, I'm just wittering now. I can hear people creeping about outside, and they're probably thinking that I'm mad talking to myself. So, I hope you enjoyed that sort of getting to have a look at what the Lamplighters do. And thanks again to the guys who are working on them. Long may it continue, and then hopefully see what happens with the other guilds that are in the pipeline. And hopefully, we'll get models, get artwork, and get a proper game against a real person Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.